What up? I'm back. It's the 7th of what is it, June? Yeah, it's the 7th of June. I really don't want to talk, at all. I don't know, I'm tired. My brain's gone today. I don't know what it is. It's probably my Crocs. I don't know. Who knows? Whatever. But we'll see what happens. This song I'm listening to is fire. Dude, music. I love music so much, and every day I start to understand, like, I like it so much more. Like, it's so cool because it's just so random. It's like chaotic, but not really. And it just randomly pops up, and it pushes me somewhere that I need to go. It pushes me into a thought that I need to face real quick or not face. I don't know. I just like it. And this song, I don't know, it talks about fear, but I don't know what it's trying to do. I just like it. I like it a lot. I don't know why. But today was cool. I'm trying to think what I did today. I was super tired again. I don't know why I'm so tired. I gotta work tomorrow and the rest of the week. But I was like, today I'll just chill, and I'll get material in the morning and then go out to a job and just work. But I don't know, man. I don't know. Today was weird. I don't know what's going on. I got weird emotions lately today. They're not good or bad, or they're not overwhelming or underwhelming. They're just there. And then some of the music is causing it. And I sat here and it took me a minute to pick a song. As much as I love music, sometimes I'm just not feeling it. I don't know what it is. I really don't want to talk. But I got to before I go in the house. It's just a rule I have. Sometimes you create rules that you don't want to do it, but you still got to do it because ultimately this rule is giving me time, and even though I don't want to give myself time, evidently is what I'm saying. I'll rather give my time in some other way, like, I don't know, do nothing. I don't know, it could just be because it's earlier. Usually I don't talk until later. I kind of feel like the later I talk in the day, the better, because the more chances I have for information. And so maybe if I talk too early, I just feel like I'm wasting time, because it's like, who knows what's going to happen between now and then. I don't know what it is, other than I need to chill for a second. What up? I'm back. It was a change of song. So, whatever, man. I picked a different song. It is what it is. I was feeling it, but then I had missed the wrong button, and it just kept going and changed songs. So I was like, I'm gonna change songs. Whatever happens, man. That's kind of how I live, and it's a cool way to live, dude. And it gets cooler every day. Some days it's weird, some days it's not. Some days I'm cool and happy, some days I'm not. It's just regular, man. Ups and downs. It's just part of this world. It's part of this life, and overall, I'm always happy for the most part. Which is super cool. It'll all work out in the end. It is what it is, and just keep moving forward every day, and whatever, man. I don't even care anymore. Whatever happens, and whatever. I just don't even care. I thought it was cool. I worked out, did a yoga session. They switched the videos, which was cool. So it was like a new one. This one was weird. This one was faster paced and like it was kind of bad. It wasn't super easy, but it was alright. It was cool. And then I just worked out a little bit, my chest and stuff. And I thought about going back up there and doing another one. And I may. I don't know. I created something. It's so weird because I always do things to the extreme. Like I'm such a weirdo. And once I like something, I like it. Like it's hard for me to not do it as much as possible. Like once I like it, like once I feel good about it, once I start seeing results. I guess I don't know if I think I do. I don't know. I can feel them. I'm feeling better. I'm feeling stronger. Legs are definitely getting stronger, and the shoulders are getting freaking bigger, and everything's whatever. It's all working out in the end. It's all cool. I really like it. I enjoy giving myself time. I enjoy working out. And I like this better than lifting heavy weights. Just heavy weights, there's so much damage. And like I said, when I was younger in high school, like all we did, honestly, like once we squatted, I squatted like I think it was 515 one time, and I was like, F this, dude. I'm done. And I never squatted again, really. I've only squatted like a few times after that, ever. And we just did such heavy weight for being so small, and it sucked because my hip was messed up forever, and my knees were pretty jacked up, and just from doing stupid stuff when you're little, not just lifting too heavy, and whatever. I don't really care about lifting heavy weight, like right now, especially right now. I just want to get back in shape and get as strong as possible, like for my body, without walking around at 220 or something right now. I talked to a woman today, like it was cool. I walked in. It's still cool, like now that I'm not an introvert, because it doesn't matter. It's like just experience life. Like this is what this is about. Like I just remember like going through life, sitting in the corner, watching everyone, learning everything, assuming I was learning the right stuff, and I was, because it was just pattern recognition that I was watching, and just learning how people worked by their demeanors and stuff like that. Like, so I mean, yes, I needed all that information, and it made me a better person for it. But now I'm choosing to experience this world, opposite of the way I experienced it before. And I could say, based on pattern, if I shifted my life at age 35, I would just assume that I would at least have another 35 years. It makes zero sense for me to assume that, but I would just say I'm not putting a limit on my life. What I'm saying is I know I at least have 35 years left to experience the opposite. I don't know where I'm getting this information from. I'm just saying I at least have that. That's a goal. So I need to do whatever it is to be healthy to make it to there. And it's like I said, I've said this multiple times, it's like I'm getting a redo on life. And it's not, I'm just getting a fresh new walk into a new world, because I am. Everything I'm doing is different, opposite. Like I said, and just, it may not seem like much for other people, but for me, it's a big deal. Like, if I'm talking to everyone that I come into contact with, or the majority of people, when the opportunity is there and it's not weird, and I used to not do that, then it's a completely new world for me. And it's, I'm not missing opportunities where, who knows, the knowledge and the experiences I could have had if I would have just opened my mouth. And it's not good or bad. I'm not regretting anything. What I'm saying is now I'm choosing to live my life. Dude, that's a fire car. in a totally different way. And I love it. It's so much more fun. It's more exciting. I never know what's going to happen. I know it's going to be fun. And I know that every interaction that I'm having with these people are positive, man. Like, because when I'm reaching out to these people, these humans, like, I'm not bringing ill will. I'm not judging them. I'm not talking down to them. I'm not bringing negative energy into these conversations. I'm ultimately just being me, which is smiling, laughing, having fun, really intrigued with every human being that I come into contact with, and always offering love, always offering to help, always offering me, Cody, because that's who I am. I can't deny that I'm a helper. I cannot change this. I'm understanding it more, and every day it's just like it's even, I don't want to change. I'm just getting better at when to help people and when not to. When to walk away from people and when not to. And every initial meeting with someone, I'll help you. That's just me, because I'm still filling it out. And so if I lose in that instant, which I usually don't, like, it's not enough time for someone to hoodwink me yet. So, like, or waste my time, or whatever you want to call it. And it's not a waste of time, because, like I said, I'm doing so much more than the average human is doing. Like, my intent is to be Cody, is to be life, to leave an impression on somebody that, you know what, people in this world, not everyone's an asshole. You know, not everyone's out to get me. Some people just want a little bit of time and to leave something, love, an imprint, and an impression that this world is not all bad. It's not all Channel 5 news. It's not all this crap on the internet telling you that everything's going wrong. Everyone's killing each other. No, it's not like that. It is doing that, but it's not everyone in this world's like that. Not everyone who looks like me is in the cartel or doing drugs or trying to rob you. Not everyone, you know, who sags their pants is a bad person. Not everyone that has paint on their clothes is chasing a habit. Like, not everyone doing this. Like, this is what it's about, man. And it's so funny because, like, I do get judged so much, and I love it. It makes me happy. I love it. It's so fun to me. And then over time, dude, I ask people, you know, once the window of time goes through and they understand who I am, really. They understand what I stand for. They understand who I am, that I'm not a threat. And then I ask. And, you know, it's so funny because they tell me, like, yeah, you were scary, you were this, like, we didn't know about you, like, what, all this stuff. And I just laugh. I'm like, and you misread, huh? You judged a book by its cover. And you were totally wrong. And I look at myself because of that, because I lived my life for 35 years that way. Well, I read books by their cover, and I judged the hell out of people, and ultimately I was wrong. Many, 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 many times. And I'm sorry for that. I can't take it back. It is what it is. It taught me a lesson. It kicked me dead in the nuts when I realized what I did my whole life is what people still do to me. The only difference is I accept it and I understand that it's not my job to change their mind. It's my job to be me. You know, and they can judge me because it's all based on their experience. And the way that they judged me, they have a right to. And it's not right or wrong. It's ultimately for self-preservation. And that's how I look at everything. It's like anything that anybody does is ultimately for self-preservation. Like, you can't really get mad at that. Like, that has nothing to do with you. They're just trying to protect themselves on a subconscious level. And, you know, I mean, it doesn't mean people should be fighting you or something, or pulling weapons out on you or something. That's not what I'm saying. But they judge you for a specific reason, and it's okay. It's fine. Prove them wrong. If that's what you want to do, or just be yourself, and that would do enough. Like, don't consciously think about trying to prove somebody wrong, because then in doing so, you're going to act outside of your character, and then you ultimately may be proving them right. But don't manipulate or don't lie. Just be you, and whatever it is that you are. If you're a punk, be a punk, I guess. I don't know. I'm not saying it's good or bad. It's just funny. I like people so much. And it's funny because, like, I watch myself throughout the day, and as people become more comfortable with me, they start telling me different things. They start acting different ways. And it's hilarious because I instantly mirror them. It's so funny, and a lot of times I cannot control it. I mirror them a little bit different than what they're doing. But it's funny to me because, like, I take their energy and just shoot it right back at them, like, every single time. And I'm starting to understand more and more every single day. I'm becoming more and more aware of this, and it's like a superpower. And because I'm a master not manipulator, yes, I am that too, but chameleon. But it's ultimately just me reflecting what people give me, and it's hilarious. It's so funny. Because for a while there, I used to tell people, and I still do, like when I meet them, because animals and stuff act weird. They get super hype around me, and it's a cool car too. They get super hype around me, and they go out of control. Like every dog, a lot of them piss themselves or piss. They can't control it. But whatever. So I don't know what it is about me, but but I always just tell people, like, I bring out something in humans. I always call it the best. I bring out the best. And what happens is either they're either become super nice, super happy, or they become mad. Or I bring out anger. I bring out stuff that people try and hold back. And I love it. It's so funny to me because it's real. And that's why I get engulfed with people and humans, because that real emotion, whether it's on one extreme or the other, that's what I'm looking for. I'm looking for real, authentic people. And I know how to bring out whatever they're closest to, whatever's the strongest pull, whatever their real intentions are at the time, whatever they really feel, and what needs to come out. Like sometimes people get angry, sometimes people just become happy. And I can watch them bottle it up sometimes and try and contain it. And it's funny because I can see them lying to themselves ultimately. Like if they're pretending to be happy but they're not, like, I can see it. I see right through it. I see if you like me. I see if you're smiling at me but you really don't like me, or you think that I've done something wrong to you and I haven't. It's just my presence. I can't help it. I can't help that I do what I do. And it's weird, man, and I hope it all works out for the best, and I hope ultimately, like, when I come into people's lives, like, I'm reflecting you. Like, it's hilarious to me. Like, I am reflecting you. Like, I am a literal mirror. And I can't control it. I thrive off of it. Like, I'm instantly just shift into somebody else. Yeah, you can call me a shapeshifter, I guess, but I remember I had a buddy who used to make fun of me because when I told him I was Indian, this was a long time ago, and he's like, you're like a he couldn't say it right. I don't remember what he called it. He's like, you're a shapeshifter. He could turn into an eagle or something. But yeah, man, I can turn into an eagle. And this was like 20 years ago. But he just made me laugh. Because I didn't know that's what I'm doing. I'm just shifting my shape. I'm shifting into the person that's in front of me. And I'm just reflecting it so you can see what you ultimately look like, what you're doing, and whether you like the feeling or you don't. Either you get embarrassed because you're acting childish, and so I act childish in return, or I literally just do the same thing to you. Like, it's hilarious. And every day sometimes I get lost in time with it, but I forget that I'm doing it. But a lot of times, like today, I was aware of it, and it's super funny. But it's not when it involves younger people, it's not as funny. But when adults do it, I don't like it at all. I'll be back in a minute. Alright, I'm back. Dude, yeah, that's loud, bro. That's loud. I done forgot what I was talking about, but let's talk to my buddy. Life is crazy, man. I really don't even know what I was talking about now, but it'll all work out in the end. But that was cool though, and I mirror people, and it's fun. It's fun, but I'm almost to the point. I'm done. Like, I need new people now. Like, I'm over it. I'm ready to do another cycle of something else. I mean, I know who I am. I know I'm a cycle person, but I can't. Everything just points to me not be here where I'm at. Like, I'm done with this place. And I don't know. It's not complete. It's not up to me. Really, it is and it isn't. It's more of like, where am I supposed to be? You know, and I've had a feeling that I'm not gonna be here forever. I'm not gonna be here much longer. Maybe the rest of the year or something, but I hope not. I'm just ready to spread my wings and soar, and see what's out there. Who am I gonna meet? Where am I gonna go? Have crazy experiences with random human beings. Like, just live in now, and just whatever happens, and who I can help along the way. Who I can help with whatever it is, whether it's financial in the future or whatever, man, because it's about people. It's about people coming together and growing together, and just loving each other and wanting the best for each other and helping other people along the way and picking them up when they fall down and let them know that they're not alone. And this journey is about humans, and yes, you got to be your best self by yourself, but during that process you can have people with you that help build you up and make it easier, because it is not easy by yourself, bro. It is not easy. It sucks by yourself, trying to go through all that. For me it was easier, but the only reason why it was easier by myself is because I give so much to everybody else that there was no possible way I could change if I didn't just take all this time by myself, because every time I'm with people, I'm doing nothing but giving. And I'm starting to receive too now. I'm starting to receive with people now. Like, they're doing stuff for me. Whether they buy my food, they buy my lunch, they take me out, like, which is cool. And I'm sitting somewhere where a year ago, Cody is like, hell no. Like, no, Cody's not allowing you to do it. But now it's just like, dude, if they want to buy me lunch, then I'm going to let them buy me lunch. If they want to buy this, then I'm fine with it. But I got you back too later. Like, it's equal give and take. And that's what I keep telling people. Because it's like, you know, it's not because I'm ungrateful or that I want to even the scale, like, that I'm keeping tabs. Because I'm not. I don't care. Ultimately, I don't care. However, I want to do my part in every relationship. That's what I'm getting at. Is I want to... Yes, you can freely give me stuff and I can freely give you stuff, but I'm not wanting anything technically in return from you. I'm already freely giving it to you. However, I'm programmed in my head that what I want is I don't want you to resent me because you started doing all this stuff for me and I don't give you something in return. So, I mean, I don't know how to look at it or word it. But, like, you know, like, you buy me lunch, I'm going to buy you lunch next time. Like, it's just equal give and take. It's not that I have to do it, I want to do it. I wanted to buy you lunch the first time, but you bought it. So I allowed you to do it. And maybe you allowed me. Because it's part of give and take. Give and take. You have to be able to receive. You can't always be a giver. You know, and that's a big lesson that givers have to learn. Because I have a lot of friends that mirrored me growing up. And that's how we kind of connected with a lot of friends. because like I'm a giver and they're a giver, and we connect on these levels, and because we mirror each other, and we act the same way, we talk the same way, and even when we separated as humans, he was a giver in his life and I was a giver in mine, and we didn't know how to receive things. We didn't think we were worthy of receiving, and we had to learn that now, yes, we're worthy of receiving, and it's okay to receive. Like, it's just as okay to receive as it is to give. Like, you have to have both to balance yourself out. To be the best version of yourself, you have to be capable of both. Yes, capable of giving, but also capable of receiving. Because it's an infinity loop. Again, everything is like a loop. One side is one thing and one side is the other, and you have to be able to do both. And in the middle is balance. It's almost like an infinity loop is a pendulum. And there's two balls on each side. And they come together in the middle, and then they hit the other one, and they spin around that circle. And then the other one is giving, and it spins around that circle. And then when they come back together, boom. And then they do it again. And it's just constantly going back and forth between each other. And that's what it's supposed to be. Equal give and take. And I could be wrong about it, but that's what I'm picturing in my head. And as I said, I'm getting better at receiving. Like, send me whatever, I'll receive it. And it's hard to receive, man. It really is. Like, because if you didn't receive it, like, I hated gifts. I hated Christmas gifts. That's why I hated holidays, birthdays, Christmases. Because I just never thought I was worthy of it. Like, and that was a subconscious thought. But like, I thought I had needed to do something in order for this to happen. And that I just wasn't enough on my own to receive anything from people, whether it was love, friendship, compassion, like any of this stuff. I just thought I was crap. I thought I was a crap human, and I wasn't. But I don't understand where I got the logic from, because as bad as I say, like, that I was a monster, like, ultimately I was never a monster. I mean, I could do monstrous things. I could destroy things. I could cut people with my tongue, or I could, whatever. But I didn't do it all the time, and I didn't base my life on it, and I tried not to rob people, I tried not to manipulate people, I tried not to hurt people. I did, but I didn't do it all the time. Like, I just kept to myself, so I wouldn't do those things. But it's not better than or less than anyone else. I've always just tried to be Cody and try to be good and nice and helpful, and but all that stuff was just so ultimately so people would freaking love me, I guess. I don't know. Didn't really work out. I guess, I don't know. Didn't really work out the way I thought it was. But I also wasn't able to receive that love in return. So maybe it was there, and it was, and it is. I just wasn't able to receive it, and so every day I'm just trying to get better at receiving it. And it's a battle. It's a constant battle. Because, like, it's something that I never knew how to do. No one ever taught me how to do it. And so now I'm just figuring it out on my own. And that's what's so crazy about all this stuff, is I'm figuring all this crap out on my own, man. All of it. And that's the only way I could do it. Because I'm not capable of receiving and trusting. I am now. I'm way more now than I ever was. But before, if someone would tell me something, I would be like, well, cool. Thank you for the information. But in my head, I'm like, I don't really care what you're saying, because I still have to go look this up for myself. You may or may not be right. I don't really know. It makes sense, but I'm still going to go take time and figure it out for myself. I've done this my whole life, even if I didn't tell anybody anything. Like, I always did. Like, even if people thought that people controlled me, like, the way I thought, the way I did things. No, I mean, I would look it up for myself and then go from there. I always checked everything, you know. And then I would just be quiet because I wouldn't speak up if I did think different or not. Because I just always got silenced or shot down. And then by the time I was an adult, like, I just didn't speak up because I always, when I was a little kid, I was traumatized because I could never speak up. No one would listen to me. So it's like by the time you're an adult, you just don't do it anymore because you already know the result. Like, you already know people aren't going to listen to you. You already know, or you assume this. But certain people, you already know they're not going to listen to you. They're not going to let you speak. They're not going to let you have your own thoughts. Like, you already know this, so you just don't do it anymore. And it's just not worth your time. You just go along with whatever the hell that people want to do, because it's just easier. And you don't want to say anything to mess up that so-called relationship, that fake love, that conditional love, because that's what it is. It's and that's why I didn't believe in unconditional love, because ultimately everything told me that everyone that loved me was based on a condition by their actions. And that's where the whole point of me not believing in unconditional love came from, was because everything I saw told me that every relationship had conditions on it. I had to be like this in order to be in this relationship or have this person's love or attention. So, I mean, it wasn't wrong. My perception that unconditional love didn't exist was not wrong. It was real to me because it was the information that I was fed, and then how I perceived it and made it. And so when I understood that I was wrong in my perception, and that there's more than one perception, and then I can choose the way I perceive things, that's when unconditional love existed instantly in that moment. It didn't exist before then for me, because there was a condition on love. And, you know, I could take it all the way back to my mom and adoption. Like, in the grand scheme of things, I probably thought she gave me up because something was wrong with me, when it was ultimately she just didn't think she was capable of raising me. There was a lot of kids, brothers and sisters, like, in poor place. Like, it had nothing to do with me per se, other than I was just a new mouth to feed. But probably in my head, I was like, well, doom day one, love is conditional, because if it was unconditional, she would have kept me. And then going to the missionaries for a month and me having to surrender to them and whoever it was, boom, they gave me up too. Even though that's not how it works, but that's, as a child, you're like, I got given up again. Another condition. And then when my mom got me, and then I had to instantly surrender to her, you know, I was just waiting for that condition to be not met again, so I would be given up and left. And even as a grown-ass man, 35 years old, like, I knew, you know, before that, like, I knew at some point she's going to give me up, or she's going to die, or she's going to whatever. So obviously I just pulled away. Started gearing up for that loss. You know, and then I just separated myself from people, and never, you know, wanted to be intimate with them and in deep relationships with them, because ultimately love was conditional. And I knew at some point I'm not going to meet somebody's condition, and then that love is going to, and that relationship is going to be gone. And so the easier way to do it was just to not involve myself, not learn people's names, not say people's names. I'm bad at it. I'm still bad at it. And it sucks because, like, I keep telling myself I need to start saying people's names, but at the same time, it's like, I don't want to. I don't want to. Because I know at some point I gotta leave these people. And even if I say I'm over abandonment issues, I'm just not. Like, it's programmed in my makeup. And I don't want forever. I like the people that I'm hanging out with now, but it's not like, unless we get in a relationship and, you know, whatever, and get married or something like that, or whatever that is, or start dating or something, then I know at some point we're gonna fall away from each other, which is fine. I'm okay with it because whatever time we spend together is perfect, and whatever lessons come from it is perfect. However, I just need to get better at using people's names. I just 35 years of not doing it, and then I'm still 1 year in of trying to change and see what's right for me, what feels right for me. But I'm learning people's names. I'll give you that. Like, you don't even understand like how much of a chore that is. And it's not a chore. It's just different. Like, now I know people's names. I may not say them, but I make a damn habit to learn them as quick as possible. And for me, it's for me. And even if I don't use them, when I talk to people, to me, that's a big step of me just learning people's names and not just pretending or just not. Yeah, dude, for me, it's a big step. And that's embarrassing to admit. It's embarrassing, but I know everyone's name. Well, not everyone. Majority of the people that I see on a constant basis now, like, I know all their names, and that's a big deal for me. Because, like, I don't remember my therapist's name. I remember my group therapist's name, but I don't remember my therapist's name. I don't know it. I don't know it. I know what she looks like, but I don't know it. That's embarrassing. But it's, like I said, it's a way to protect myself. Like, I honestly don't know her name right now. I can't think of it. Actually, I don't know it. I would have to, like, find an email or something to even spark it. Like, that's how good I am at what I did. At protecting myself. Like, I was the best. For me. Like, I was good. Like, I had all these skills. I have all these skills. That's why I battle narcissism stuff so much. Because it's like, dude, I have all these skills and I know it. And I'm not just blowing smoke. I am not blowing smoke on people when I tell people that I can be the worst. I am capable of destroying with a few words. I don't want to. I'm not proud of it. It's disgusting. It makes me feel sick to my stomach right now. Thinking that I'm capable of what I can do. And that's not even the physical stuff. But it's embarrassing, man. And we're all capable of these things. We're all capable of the darkest stuff. And we're all capable of the light of love. So what do you choose? What's worth it? And for me, loving people is worth it, bro. I've lived the other life, man. And it was different, and it was in solitude, and it was lack of love, intimacy with humans, and uneventful, to say the least. And downright embarrassing. That I could go through life and just shun people. Which I've done it recently, but I've had to. But it's like, I mean, if I gotta cut you off, I gotta cut you off. Like, I can't, whatever. Like, I can't let you suck all my energy away. Like, I can't let you bring me down because you're not happy with yourself or your life choices. Like, it sucks. I'm sorry, bro. You made those choices. I didn't. I made a different set of choices, and they suck, and they're embarrassing. But, I have to deal with it. I have to be man enough to admit that I did something wrong. And I do. And to not do it again, hopefully in the future. And do everything I can to not do it again. And that's the goal. Be the best human I can be. And if people come in, and whether I did something wrong in the past, I hope I've apologized enough to them. Sometimes we don't know what we do to people. And I want people to tell me, Cody, you did this. Cody, you said this. And let me hear it from you. Let me see your demeanor. Let me see. And I will apologize if I think it was wrong. I'll apologize anyways, to be honest with you. If it hurts you, it hurts you. And you deserve an apology from me. So I'm sorry, I guess. I'm sorry that I hurt your feelings. I'm sorry. But the damage is done. But I am sorry that you got your feelings hurt. And there's nothing I can do about it. I can't rewrite the past. It is what it is. And but forward, I don't have to have those moments. And when I do say things that hurt people and trigger people, like it's not me doing it per se. I'm just stating the obvious. And sorry if you cry. I'm usually not sorry that I said what I said. If it pushes you to a moment to grow, if it pushes something in your face so you can see it and recheck it and rethink about it, like I can't. For the greater good of you, the greater good of this world, like I'll say it. I have to. It's my obligation. And it sucks because it makes me the bad guy, which is fine. I like being the bad guy sometimes. But sometimes, people, I just hate doing it to people. Sometimes I hate it. A lot of times I hate it because it's, if there was any other way, I would choose that option, but there's not. Because in the time, I'm the one who has to do it. I'm the one who has to deal it. I have to be the Grim Reaper and come in there and show you stuff because no one else is going to do it. No one loves you enough to do it. And no one loves you enough to be the bad guy. They only love you because they want to get whatever you got to give them. And I just don't really care. Because I know everything I need I can get on my own. And that sounds so conceited and weird, but it's not. Everything you need you can get yourself. You're proof of it now. Other than making a baby. Like, you need 2 people for that. But other than that, like, I guess you can adopt now, so it's like whatever, but I mean, that's the point of all of this. If you got everything you need inside yourself, sometimes just people like me have to be a Grim Reaper and come and show you the darkness, or show you the light, or show you what's going on. Something that you refuse to look at. And I've been pushed nonstop. And like I said, that I had, after my mom died, I somebody did that to me. Someone was my Grim Reaper. And I appreciate it. I appreciate the shit out of it, bro. Like, it, dude, it sucked. It still sucks. I still deal with it. Like, it's difficult. But that person unconsciously or consciously, I don't know, taught me. She didn't teach me nothing. She she taught me a lot of stuff, but she caused me to look at everything that I did. And I had to reevaluate everything about myself and what I was doing. And had to admit that I was wrong over and over and over and over again. Like, every single time I would say something, like, I'm like, oh shit, Cody, you're crazy, bro. Like, you need to apologize for this because, that's crazy. You know, like, but I didn't know I was doing that stuff before. Like, and so, like, it's like, I appreciate it. It sucks and it's difficult. It's not easy, bro. But it gets easier. And it just becomes regular. And, because as I said, like, once you can admit you actually did one thing wrong, like, everything else gets easier. Because then you're like, you know what, I did this wrong too, you know? I need to correct this. This is shitty. This is a shitty way to do things. You're not thinking about anyone but yourself. Like, this is shitty. Change it. Change it. And then become better. Apologize. Even if the other person doesn't receive it or respond back, like, because ultimately the journey is for you. The journey is for yourself. It's not for the other person. That's what, it's hard. It's hard to separate from that because this world, you know, it programs you that you have to have other people, right? And if you don't, you're selfish. And it's like, I'm battling that too, you know, the selfishness thing. And but it's like, dude, you don't. That's what the world's saying. But the world's freaking insane, bro. The world is wrong. The world doesn't know nothing. The world only cares about instant gratification and running from your problems and running from yourself. And not spending time with yourself, but always giving your attention to other things, whether it's TikTok, which I do, or you know, I try not to do that much, but you gotta get engulfed in it, like that, or TV, or movies, or music, or whatever, man. They're just robbing your time, and they ingrained you to seek attention outside of you. That you need outside validation for who you are. And that's what ranks you in this world. No, man. You're the king of your own world. You're the queen of your own world. You're an ultimate power. You are the ultimate power. You choose to get out of bed or not. You choose to eat or not. You choose to love or not. No one does that for you. No one has power over you. Nobody. But you give it away. I gave it away. I still give it away. But I'm giving myself power right now. I'm giving myself time. I'm giving myself love. I'm understanding I can do this on my own. And sometimes you do need help for stuff in this world, but you should never really need help with yourself. But we're so programmed that we got to have sometimes other people come in and show us stuff that we could never reach or we refuse to look at. And that helps a lot. It sucks because then when someone shows you something in yourself, because then you don't like that person and you think they're a bad person and they did something wrong. And sometimes they do. Sometimes, like, if you get in an abusive relationship, like, sometimes it's hard for you to see it until whatever, or someone says that you did this, or who knows, like, and then you lie to yourself and refuse that you act that way, or that you do this, or that you're even some of the problem. And you should just take everything in and then just reevaluate it. Maybe this person was right. Maybe I do get angry sometimes. Maybe I do go out of control. Maybe I shouldn't have done this in that situation. Yes, it was a mistake. I lost control. I'm sorry. Now I can just look forward, and if that moment comes again and I start acting that way, I can maybe stop myself this time. Just get better every day a little bit. You don't have to jump, you don't have to swim across the ocean in one day. Like, just get a little bit better. Just become a little bit more aware every single day of how you act, how you respond. Think a little bit more before you speak. And that's me. I have to. I think I definitely have to think before I speak more. Because sometimes I say too much or say stuff that I shouldn't say, but whatever. I don't know. I'm just kind of. I know that I don't cuss people. I don't talk bad about them. I try not to put them down. I try and put these parameters up so I know that whatever I do say, hopefully none of that stuff comes out. And if I do make fun of people, it's usually myself. But whatever, I do that for a certain reason. And I'm not gonna talk about that reason, but I can't give away all my tricks here. But life is cool, man. The sunset's so pretty. It's got clouds and pinks and purples. And it's so beautiful. Perfect. Got my 2 trees. It's early. I need to go in and go to sleep. I'm probably gonna cut this talk short. Maybe an hour. I got 10 minutes left. We'll see what happens. But today was cool, and I honestly have no idea what I just talked about for the last 40 minutes. Zero idea. And that's cool. I like it that way, because then, because there's no agenda to this. There's no guideline to this. There's not me writing out a script and this is how I'm doing it. This is how I'm doing my life. Like if everyone else is preparing, taking 100 selfies, writing down notes and all this stuff, I'm like, dude, no, I'm not doing it that way. I'm not everybody else. It makes zero sense to me. That's not what this world needs. World doesn't need another movie that's been thought about in every single angle and then put together to make it perfect. The mistakes are perfect. The me misspeaking, not being able to pronounce my words is perfect. The ideas that go from here to here that have nothing to do with anything, that's perfect. That's time. I'm not wasting time. I'm not gonna, it's so funny because like I used to never use the microwave. I hate the microwave. I think it's so stupid because I hated wasting 1 minute at a time. I was like, who cares? I'm gonna eat this food and it's gonna disappear. But I'm not gonna wait. I'm gonna pull it out of the refrigerator. It's cold. I'm just gonna eat it like it is. I'm not gonna stand there in front of a microwave for a minute. This is stupid to me. I just want to eat it now because I'm hungry. Whatever it tastes like, it tastes like. Who cares? It's 1 minute. I'm weighing in my head, heating it up or waiting a minute and it being hot instead of cold. I'm like, it's not worth it to me. It's really not. I'll just eat it cold, bro. Whatever. At least I got food, who cares? And that's it. That's it with me redoing stuff. No, man. I don't want to redo a damn thing. I've built my life on not wanting to redo anything. I look at my jobs that I've done, and it's the point of why I'm where I'm at and why people love the work that I do is because I do it once. I don't redo shit. I do it to the best of my ability every single time. And it's done when it's done. And I don't have to go back and redo it. So I'm not wasting that time. And I mean, there's some stuff that I probably had to go back and redo. I don't know. I can't think of any off the top of my head. I'm assuming that there is. Just something stupid like cutting grass. There's times if I'm off and my brain's messed up that day, I may miss something. And when I started cutting grass, once I changed, it took me a minute to become aware again, because I was a different human being. So I was having to relearn how I walked my yards, which I've walked them the same way for 10 years. I've walked the same path for 10 years. I don't miss anything that way. But I had to relearn all that stuff again. And it was a weird little window where I had a lot of lag. I had a lot of in my brain and the way I did things. But what it was what happened was I shifted. I shifted from thinking about what I was doing to automation, where I already knew everything involved in that job. I already know it as soon as my foot touches the ground. I already know. I have all that information in my head, and I don't need to look at it. I don't need to bring it up. It's automatic. My subconscious can do the work for me. And but I was in a little weird window of time where I was trying to surrender. to who I am, and then my unworthiness of what I thought I wasn't capable of doing. So I was second guessing myself during that little window. Probably it was just confusion, and but then once I've walked into it and surrendered and just said, you know what, like I already know I'm capable of all this stuff. This stuff is second nature. It's automation for me. It's easy. I don't have to think about it, and it's like me doing work now. Like I walked in somewhere yesterday and took the damn door apart, put a new door in. Like it was that easy. It was that easy. Looked at the instructions, to make sure I was not missing anything. Like, but it was easy. Like it was a quick. It was automated. And the next thing I know, time passes and the door's done. And like, I was like, it's weird. Like I don't even really remember doing it. And I was listening to my talks the whole time. So like I just spaced out and disappeared. And just my body did what it needed to do. It's super weird. It's dude, it's so weird. Because I've never done that. I've never felt like that. Where it's just like, which I think I lived my life that way, where like this was the problem and then you finish it. It's always been that way, but now it's different. Now it's like I'm not second guessing myself. I'm not questioning if I'm doing it right. I know it's going to be right when I get done, because that's me. That's Cody. I have the skill. I have the knowledge. I've had the time. I've had the 20 years practice. Like I've seen this over and over again. And if this is the first time I'm doing it, it doesn't freaking matter, because I still can bring information from my whole life to now, and I can figure it out in a matter of seconds and how it's supposed to work, and do it instantly without thinking about it. This is what needs to happen. Boom, it's done. Simple. But it took a lot to get here. But ultimately, it just has to do with me stepping in my confidence and understanding that I'm way more capable than I thought I was. I'm way better at this stuff than I thought I was. And I've never given myself time. And I actually took some pictures of my work the other day. I don't know why. I don't know if I'm proud of it or what, or I was just like, I needed it more from my validation. Really, to be honest with you, that I'm actually doing something. and I did it, even though I don't remember the act of doing it, because I just kind of got lost in the moment of whatever. I was just listening to whatever's in my head, my ears, or my talks, myself. But it's cool, man. It's cool. And, it'll be worth it in the end. I think each day I just get closer to that. I just need to, like I said, I need to disappear from myself. I need to step away from things for myself and just find out, like, during this window of time, what's important to me, which is working out and eating. And then giving myself time and talking every day and painting when I can. And then I guess whatever relationships I have, like, they just gotta go on the back burner for now. Or I have to just give minimal time to that and then go back to work and just make that stuff happen for a little bit. And then I constantly get to give myself more time all day long with my talks and maybe listen to some audiobooks or something. Whatever. But it's cool, man. This journey is definitely fun. It's definitely cool. And these talks, man, I love these talks more than anything, because it's me giving myself time. I'm so proud of it. I did a talk last night, and I hated it in the process. Like, it sounded weird. It sounded crazy. It sounded all over the place. I did not like it. I thought it just sounded so weird to me in my head, because there's a lot. When I'm talking, sometimes a lot more is going on than what's coming out of my mouth. And but when I re-listened to that talk today, I was like, you know what? This is not bad. I listened to it last night too. I was like, this is not bad at all. And I actually fell asleep to it. And it's so crazy, because then they come true the next day. And so I'm actually going to start doing something. I think it's going to be different. And no one's going to know about what I'm doing. So it's going to just be for me. I just got to make it and then just do it. But I do like listening to my talks. Because ultimately it's the next day. What I talk about happens. Like, it's so crazy. It makes zero sense. But all the sense in the same. It's crazy. But it's so beautiful outside, dude. Like, this is my happy place. I guess my truck is my ultimate happy place. And, it is my safety and security. And, it's made me money over the years. It's kept me fed. And my whole life, I've been more attached to my material. You know, and that's what I'm saying. Is like, as unmaterialistic I am, dude, I've always been super materialistic, just differently. And my material stuff was my tools, and my trucks, my mowers, my clothes that were comfortable that I wore every single day, that protected my body and kept me comfortable. My glasses, my sunglasses. Like, I've always had sunglasses since I was little. Like, you know, I've always had Oakleys. You know, spent the shit out of money when you're 16 years old on a set of Oakleys that I've had for 20 years. You know, I mean, I got all my Oakleys from always. I've never lost them. Like, I don't know how I keep up with them. Because I lose, like, knives like crazy, you know? And, but yeah, dude, I've been super materialistic. I was just different. I was differently materialistic than some people would. People want nice things, gaudy things, which is cool, man. Have fun, like, that's cool, man. I just did the opposite where it's not even the opposite, it's the same thing. I had materialistic stuff that made me more money, that I could see practical use for, and I would spend, you know, where someone would think it would be crazy because I just spent $1,000 on a freaking weed eater machine or whatever, or a tree trimming machine. Like, you know, someone else is spending $1,000 on something else. Like, but I have the best of the best every single time, you know, and it doesn't fill me. You know, it makes me more money. You know, I got who knows how much stuff and tools, like, that it's made me money. It's kept me alive. It paid for my school. It's always been there for me. I just had materialistic stuff. My materialistic stuff was tools and trucks and my truck and my lawnmowers and my trailer and stuff to make me money, to make me relevant, to keep me relevant in this world, so I could go out and help people and build stuff and ultimately get love from them, build relationships with them. Because that's the way I saw it. It's like what I could do for them, they would give me, ultimately, yes, I got money in return, but ultimately I was building relationships and love and getting love back that I needed. And I didn't know that for a while. I didn't know that till this year, till me and this one guy were talking about it. I was like, dude, this is what's happening. This is why we don't care about money. Because when we go do stuff for people and get little money in return, it's because we're getting so much more that people don't see. We are feeling needed. We are feeling wanted. We feel like, you know, we're getting all this emotional stuff that people don't see, and maybe they're not even giving it to us because they're ultimately just abusing us if they don't pay us good. You know, like, they're winning, but we were looking for other stuff. We were just looking for human interaction. And we were trying to and we figured out we could get it this way by helping people and becoming a people pleaser. And then we feel like shit because we're being torn between what our self-worth is and us self-sacrificing ourselves for other human beings to better them, and we're just getting a little bit of this fake love and attention that we think is a lot, and it's not, because it's not even real. They're just using us. But we don't know that, but then we feel like crap our whole lives. But we don't want to speak up and say we're not getting enough money, and it's ultimately our fault for not charging people more. But because then we lose that. And that's why we don't care about money. Because it's never been about money, and it's never gonna be about money. For people like me, for people pleasers, it's never been about money. It's always been about trying to get the love that we never got. Trying to get people to look in our direction. Trying to make us seen. It's pitiful, man. It's pitiful, but now it's like, I don't care about money because I've done it this way my whole life. And now I know that I can go get money if I want. Because I know my worth. But now I'm looking at a world where everyone just wants to be seen. Everyone just wants to be loved. And everyone deserves it. And if I come into contact with you, I'm going to give it to you for free. No money involved. Because that money is the manipulation part that I've always seen. The unreal part. The part that causes people to not be capable of loving people the way they deserve. The money is what's breaking people. The money system is what's destroying everyone and putting a hood over their head. If money wasn't involved, then you wouldn't be hanging out with people you didn't like. You would have no need for them. I remember, like, it's sad. Like, I remember in high school, like, people would, dude, it's so pitiful. Like, didn't have a lot of friends, but they had a lot of money. And we would use them, like, I know. But people would pay other people, like, to come hang out with them. Pay for all their stuff. And obviously people go like, hell yeah, I'll come. You're going to pay for all my stuff. All I have to do is put up with you a little bit. Like, you're not even that bad of a person, but, you're okay. I mean, you're going to pay for my food. You're going to pay for my movie. You're going to pay for this. Like, but I saw it all the time. Our parents would pay for somebody's other kids to do all this stuff because they wanted their kids to have friends. On a big scale, it's pitiful as hell. But on a younger scale, like, it's like whatever. It's just kids being kids. They would have hung out with them probably no matter what. Maybe. And if they didn't, they didn't. Who cares? And it's kind of weird because then the parents are like, well, maybe you should have socialized your kids. Maybe you shouldn't, you know. I don't know, man. It is what it is. But I watched it. I watched it all the time. It was weird, man. And I tried to always, growing up, I always tried to talk to everyone. Like in high school, I always wanted to be everyone's friend. I didn't care what you look like, what. And honestly, like, thinking back, dude, like, I loved people back then. Like, I was always attracted to everyone, like, who they were. Like, if they were cool, they talked, nice. Like, I never had an issue. Like, people were cool. I didn't care what they looked like. Maybe that was because I just felt like people always judged me. So I was like, I'm not going to judge. I don't want to judge anyone. I still want to be everyone's friend. Because it sucks for people to judge you. So I try not to judge people, and I just try to be their friend. So they're not alone. Even though all I did was feel alone. But, whatever. But it's weird, man, like, when you really start looking back at your life and what happens, and the way you acted, and, because during this transition, you question a lot of things, and, you have to, because you have to be able to go back into your past and look at all possible angles. You have to, and that's part of you. The ego and pride check. You have to look at every 360 view of every situation so you can see what you did do wrong and why you did what you did. And maybe not what you did wrong, but just to see every angle and then go, you know what, yeah, that was not the best way to deal with it. So it was wrong. I did hurt somebody. I could have done this. Now I know. Why did it have to happen this way? Why did I choose that? What was my thinking back then? oh, this, okay, that idea was stupid. Let's rechange that. But now I know, and I know if I see someone in the same situation, I can kind of guess what they're going through. Because I've been there. I've been in the same situation. And this was my thought. So maybe I can think or say something to let them know that I know how they're feeling. And it sucks. And let me try and help you, because I've been there. I've done that. I've seen it. You're not alone. I've been there. I was alone back then. But I'm here now, and hopefully I can help you out. Hopefully I can have a little bit of wisdom, because I've lived it. It's not the same, but you're not alone. I stood right where you stood. And I laugh about the situation now. I talked to a young girl today, and it was fun because I mirrored her so hard this morning, and but she makes me laugh because she started telling me stuff going on in her life, and I just reciprocated. I was like, dude, this is what happened to me too. Like this was the same thing, dude. And I used to laugh, and it's funny because like it had to do with our moms, and I was like, dude, my mom would get so mad, and so finally when I realized that if I was calm, that I could just work her up even more, and she would just get even more mad. And so like, so she was like, yeah, I do the same thing. I was like, girl, you're crazy. I was like, I know, I've done it. It's hilarious to me. In my head, I know I'm winning. In my head, I know I won. All I have to do is be calm and go, you know what? I'm like, why are you getting so mad, you know? Chill. Oh, tell somebody to chill, bro. Dude, they get lit. Tell me to chill. But it was just funny, because it's like, who would have thought, like, two random human beings, and then we went through the same things. And she's going through what I've already gone through. And it's okay. It sucks. It sucks in the moment, man. But once you can overcome it and you learn, like, someone's still a child, and someone's an adult, and it sucks that the younger one's the adult, and the adult's a freaking child. The adult is embarrassing. The child understands. And the child changed. The adult is incapable. And I've seen it, and then that comes to my point of yesterday, where it's like, when do you deem someone pointless? And I hate to do it. I hate to do it. Because I'm 35. What if someone would have deemed me, what if my creator deemed me pointless? At 35 years old, I would have never had a chance. And instead, he gave me one last chance. I know he gave me one last chance. I know this is part of my one last chance. What do you want to do, Cody? What do you want to do? Do you want to be what you're supposed to be? Or do you want to be by yourself? Alone. Incapable of receiving love, even though you're fully engulfed in love. What do you want to do? You want to not know people's names for the rest of your life? You want to never hug your mother like she deserves, even though, yeah, it was a difficult relationship? What do you want to do? What do you want to do? And I was like, well, I don't really have any other options. Because this sucks. This is boring. I don't want to do anything. I'm not happy about anything. Yeah, I got money, I got food. But what's the point? I'm alone. Playing video games all the time, doing nothing, not having a purpose, not having goals, just constantly working and playing video games and whatever. Like nothing happening, not seeing other people, don't even talk to my family. Like what do I want to do? Not understanding what love is. So I was like, you know what? Yeah, I'll do it. I don't have a choice. Because the other version, hell, is stupid. It's dumb. It sucks. I've already lived it. And the fun parts of hell is over with. You know? So I want to be happy. Let's try this. Figure out what peace is. Joy. Love. There's all these words in the dictionary. What do they mean? Let's go figure that shit out. Let's do what it takes. Wait a minute. Everything I need is in me? Me alone? I've been alone for 35 years. I didn't know that. My life would have been fire if I would have knew this stuff when I was little. If I wasn't beat down and told I was wrong. I was able to think for myself. Dude, I would have had the greatest life ever. Who knows where I would have been? And that's not the point, because I don't care about that, because I had to be this way. Because I needed all that knowledge. I needed all those experiences to really enjoy this time now. And to understand, I don't need nobody. I want somebody to share life with. I want kids, but I don't need them. I definitely would have effed my kids up and my wife up if I would have been who I was a year ago, 2 years ago, 3 years ago. I would have been like everybody else, married 4 times, 5 times, 6 times. And had kids that I didn't want, or wasn't even capable of freaking loving, or taking care of. I would have failed them so hard. Ultimately just failing myself. That's why I'm completely grateful for my life. Everything that's happened, tragedy, not tragedy, this, that. Get diddled, not get diddled, whatever, like all of it. It sucks. But I have to be grateful for all of it. Because it made me who I am now. And who knows who I can affect because of all that shit. Because that's life. And now I know I can do everything I can to protect my kids. If I have them, if I don't have them. A wife, if I have her or not have her. And just, I can help other people heal from the shit that they've gone through. It is what it is. But I'm happy now. And it's worth it. It's worth all of it. It sucks, but it was worth it. And it's part of you. It is you. Like, even when you transition into this, whatever I am, and you're happy all the time, it doesn't matter. It's still, that whole life is still part of you because it shaped you here. And you gotta be grateful for it, and you gotta use it. You can't really run from it anymore. That's what you've done the whole time, and you're not happy. So you gotta face it. You gotta own it, and you gotta reshape it and relearn how to use it. The lessons. And if you have compassion, your new purpose is to freaking help other people. Because you have compassion, because you don't want other people to go through the shit that you went through. Or you want to be able to help them get through it. And let them know that they're not alone. Even though you had to deal with it alone. You want to ease that pain for everyone that you see. And that's me. That's who I am. I just want to help everybody transition through their past. Face it. Reshape it. Own it. And then choose to be happy. I don't know, man. don't even know what this song is, and I switched it. It is what it is. I guess it was perfect because it brought out what I needed to talk about today. Tomorrow's gonna be Fire Day. It'll be perfect, just like every other day. Whatever happens, happens. Whoever I meet, I meet. I think I did scratch my eye. It's got some cloudy crap in it. Sucks. Because I hate working in my glasses because they fall off and stuff. It's so annoying. But whatever, it'll all work out in the end. May try and put some contacts in tomorrow. We'll see what my eye looks like. I just hate working. Yeah, I hate working in glasses. Plus, these don't protect my eyes as good. Like, I like to put my Oakleys on when I'm working and doing stuff that, because they're bigger and they protect my eyeballs. And, whatever, I'm gonna go inside. I love y'all. I love me. Hopefully this stuff helps. Let you know you're not alone. I'll see you when I see ya. Make it a great day or not. Choice is yours. Peace.
My best friend to 23. She left her body and hovered above me. My best friend to 23. I heard the heavens crying above me. They gained an angel, I lost a friend. I felt like dying again and again. I went through hell, stared at death, but I keep fighting with each living breath. I saw no way out from where I stood. Felt like the fire had burned me through. Now you're gone, I'm alone. I guess it's time to get better. Through the pain, I will go alone. If I fall, break my bones, I will scream even louder. 'Cause I'm not dying alone. I lost my best friend.